When corrupt cops underestimate the power of the people, they find themselves in deep trouble. Now, getting fired is one thing, but when lawsuits come knocking, the embarrassment becomes even worse. Today, we'll be going through some cases where corrupt officers were sued and later fired.
Yes, ma'am. I don't need any help at the moment. I don't need any help at the moment, ma'am.
Okay, you cannot be here if you're not here to see anyone for parole.
There's a sign that says for visitors. I'm here to do a FOIL request for some public documents.
Are you recording?
I'm taking some pictures and video.
Okay, you cannot do that.
Why can't I do that? There was a lot of signs up front. None of them said that there was no pictures or videos allowed.
The receptionist wasted no time in passing her judgment, insisting that recording was prohibited. Reyes, however, was not going to give up his constitutional rights so easily.
So I will ask you to leave because we cannot have any filming in here.
So the only reason you're asking me to leave is because I'm recording?
Am I making myself clear?
Ma'am, you are very clear. I can hear you perfectly fine. I just, you're not my parole officer. I don't have a parole officer, and you don't have no authority over me. So I would ask that you de-escalate a little bit and talk to me with some respect, the same way I've been talking to you with respect, ma'am.
I'm talking to you with respect.
Do I make myself clear? Is that talking to somebody with respect, ma'am?
The receptionist overstepped her bounds, but upon realizing Reyes wasn't backing down, she escalated the situation by calling parole officers.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So this gentleman is requesting for a FOIA.
What seems to be the problem?
I'm just taking some pictures and video in the publicly accessible area, sir.
Okay.
May I get your name?
Once he crossed that threshold, he's trespassing.
I'm trespassing? How am I trespassing? This is a public lobby. Can I just get your names and badge numbers?
If you're not on parole and you have no business here,
The parole officers were caught off guard by Reyes' assertiveness, as their expressions showed their lack of competence.
what's your business?
I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story. This is a publicly accessible area. This is a lobby. I'm working on a story on the New York State Department of Correction and Community Supervision.
Okay. They have a unit that deals with if you want information from DOCCS that they can provide that to.
Oh, I'm sure they do have a unit that provides information. I just like to go randomly and unexpectedly to public offices and publicly accessible offices and conduct my investigation.
The officers only worsened the situation, with one displaying an undeniable ego as Reyes posed his next question.
Can I get your names and badge numbers?
Preston, 1939.
What would you say, sir?
Preston, 1939.
Preston? And your name?
I'm P.O. Rookwood 9.
You're the one that said I was trespassing. I'd like to know who says I'm trespassing.
I'm not giving you that.
Why would that? Are you a public servant?
I'm not giving you that.
Do you work for the public, sir?
Of course.
So why wouldn't you acknowledge yourself?
Reyes realized that he was up against a group of tyrants, and the situation showed no signs of improving anytime soon.
So I'm not giving
Well, you don't know who anybody is until you meet them,
Exactly. I don't know who you are.
and you just met me.
I don't know who you are.
So you're not going to provide your name? Are you a supervisor here?
No.
None of you are supervisors?
No.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
They went to go get it.
After a wait, the receptionist returned with the supervisor, who proved to be just as rude and uncooperative as the rest of the staff.
Well, the door was wide open. Hey, sir, how are you? Hey, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Are you a supervisor here?
Yes, sir.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist.
Identification?
I don't have any identification on me, and I wouldn't hand it over if I did.
What's the purpose of your visit?
So I'm an independent journalist. My name is Sean. I'm here to exercise my First Amendment right, just to gather some information. I'm working on a story on the New York State Department of Corrections.
The supervisor insisted on obtaining Reyes' ID, despite lacking any valid reason for such a request. At this juncture, the situation was growing increasingly challenging.
I wasn't aware that I need to carry ID, sir.
You're in a government building, in a law enforcement building. Do you have identification?
I wasn't aware I was obligated to
Answer
carry
my question,
identification, sir.
Do you have identification?
No, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to
photo
you.
Identification.
No, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to you, sir. I haven't broken any laws.
The supervisor disappeared momentarily, only to reappear with a clear agenda, showing no regard for fairness or reason.
Do you have identification with you?
You asked me that several times already, sir, and I don't. And if I did, I wouldn't give it to you.
You have no legitimate purpose to be here. You need to exit this space. You may stand outside. Otherwise, you will be arrested.
For what?
Okay? Trespass.
This is a public
You
building.
have no legitimate business here. Please leave.
My legitimate business is asking questions of government officials. I'm here
Okay,
to ask
we do not
questions.
speak to the media. I can give you a number that you can call.
Reyes found himself being trespassed from a public building, a clear indication of the corrupt supervisor's lack of understanding of the law. This was just the beginning of the escalating tyranny.
Please exit
Okay,
the
so can you
building.
grab me the
I will
number?
give it to you. Please exit the building.
All right. I'm just going to take some pictures of these
There's
publicly
no-
accessible.
I need you to exit the building.
Sir,
now.
this is a small lobby. I'm just here to
Excuse
grab
me.
some content for
Sir,
my story, and then I'll be on my
excuse
way,
me.
okay?
I need you to leave the building.
And I
Do you
will
understand?
as soon as I'm done
No.
conducting my lawful
I
business,
need- no,
sir.
You have no lawful business here.
I do,
Please,
sir.
no. You have not produced identification as requested by me. I'm the supervisor in this building.
I don't have to
I
provide
need
you
to-
identification.
Okay, then you have to leave.
With each passing minute, the supervisor's hostility grew, and his demeanor indicated his intellectual defeat at the hands of the auditor.
Maddie's on the phone with them now.
Yes, Presley, get him on the phone.
There's no need to waste law
Sir,
enforcement's
please
time.
exit the building.
This is a constitutionally protected activity.
You have to leave. This
Are you
is
law
a
enforcement?
Yes.
You're in law enforcement?
Yes. Please exit the building. You have no legitimate.
So you're saying
purpose
if I
to
don't
be-
exit the building, you're going to arrest me?
You will be arrested. Please exit the building.
And your name is?
My name is Officer Koshin.
Koshin?
Koshin,
Officer Koshin.
Please.
All right, officer. Your name, Koshin, will be on the federal civil rights lawsuit,
Please.
okay?
However, Reyes had one final task before he could leave the building, and without hesitation, he pressed forward to request it.
And your name?
You have refused to
And your name?
provide any documentation.
I'm asking one of your officers their
Please
name,
leave.
and they're not providing their
They do
name.
not have to answer you. Please leave.
All right,
If you have
we'll figure out who he
If you provide
is.
identification, we'll be more than happy to talk to you. I will
So
send
because
that-
I
will
don't
give
have
you
identification,
that
you're
number.
not going
Please
to
leave.
talk to me?
Please leave.
Sean Reyes was furious witnessing such treatment, and at that moment, he resolved to give them one final lesson on the law.
This is ridiculous. This is a small lobby. This is a small public lobby. I've already seen everything that I can see. This is ridiculous for you to be
please
acting
leave.
this way and for your officers to be acting this way,
Please.
especially her. Do I make myself clear over there?
Please
Because that's not
leave.
the way you treat members of the public. I don't care if they're on parole or not. Do you understand me?
Sir, you do not
Okay,
have a legitimate
great.
business here.
I'll wait for law enforcement to come and we'll talk to them, okay?
I'm law enforcement as myself, so I'm directing
Then you are in direct violation of your oath that you took to uphold the United States
Please
Constitution,
leave.
sir. Yes,
You
you
do not
are.
have a legitimate
I'll wait for law
business.
enforcement to come and I'll speak to them and see what they have to
You
say
do not
about
have a
this.
legitimate
Because you're
business.
violating my constitutional rights right now, sir. That's what you're doing. And your other officers here are being unprofessional, which makes sense because you're their supervisor, right?
As he was almost forced to exit the building, Sean Reyes ended up calling the New Rochelle Police Department for intervention. As he waited outside, a couple of officers arrived on the scene.
How you doing today? You mind if I get your name and badge number, sir?
Cruz 1013.
Cruz 1013. Thank you. Hi, ma'am. And your name and badge number, please? Duncan 1049. Thank you. Thank you. So I guess you were called here just because I'm filming in publicly accessible areas of this facility and around. I'm an independent journalist. My name's Sean. I'm working on a story for the Department of Corrections. Said I would wait out here until you guys came to see what you guys have to say about it. All right? Yeah, sure. No problem. Okay, yeah, no problem. No problem.
The officers went inside the corrections facility, and Reyes once again waited outside for a resolution, hoping the officers would bring some kind of justice.
So we're going to be able to get all the body camera footage. Hey, Sarge, how are you? You mind if I get your name and badge number, Sergeant?
Sure, 34.
34, Murphy?
Yes.
Thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Moments later, the sergeant arrived, and they all disappeared inside to discuss the situation. After a brief time, they emerged, presenting a statement and logic that would leave you puzzled and confused.
Right. So I'm just trying to find out what's your reason. What are you doing to be exact?
Oh, so my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just gathering content in publicly accessible areas for a story I'm working on.
Are you aware that this is a private property?
This isn't private property. This is public property.
As far as I'm concerned, I was told by Mr. Barry Jacobson, the owner of this property. It's a private property, so I'm just trying to find out right now, did he give you permission to video record?
Barry Jacobson?
Yes.
A private individual?
He's the owner of this building.
The officer came out claiming that the building was owned by a private individual and had another concerning thing to say.
This is the section out to the New York State Department of Corrections Community Supervision.
There's two companies inside this building.
Okay.
We have the Department of Corrections and what is
Like a drug rehab?
yes, they are. We were informed informed that Mr. Barry Jacobson owned the building. We called him. We asked him if he had give anyone any permission to be on this property currently right now to be able to record in. He said no, he didn't give anyone any permission, but he would like to know who's out here.
However, it was evident that the officers were overlooking something crucial, and once again, Reyes proved himself to be well versed in the law.
Technically, if a government agency is leasing the property, it then becomes under the government agency's control for as far as publicly accessible areas. It's a government agency, it's funded by taxpayers. But if someone else owns this property and they don't want me here, that's fine. I don't need permission to be here. There's no restricted area signs, there's no keep out private property signs, so there's no way of me knowing that. So I have every right to be here currently. If the owner of the property doesn't want me here, that's a different story.
Reyes was indeed correct. When a private building is leased to the government, it no longer retains its private status and becomes a public building. Despite this, Reyes decided to call it a day.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day, okay? Take care. Stay safe out there.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks for not violating my rights today. You wouldn't do that? Great. Thanks, Sarge.
Sean's stance was undeniably correct, as the parole officers showed a lack of respect and blatantly violated his rights. Sean mentioned the possibility of filing a lawsuit against them, although, as of now, there is no evidence of such action being taken. These officers indeed overstepped their bounds, but what this next officer did was utterly disgraceful, bringing shame upon law enforcement.
Once you sign, I'll explain everything to you.
You won't explain it to me before I sign it? That seems a little unfair, don't you think?
In January 2024, YouTuber and exotic car enthusiast Damon Fryer was cruising down the road with his friend in his blue Lamborghini when a police officer pulled him over. Shortly after, the officer approached Damon to initiate a conversation.
See your license, please?
Yeah, sure.
It's not because of your loud exhaust.
Yeah, it's loud, isn't it?
It's a little too loud.
There you go.
Okay, look for the registration and insurance.
Yeah, it's right here.
The officer took Damon's license for a few minutes, but returned empty-handed, then proceeded to demand something else.
Hey, can you use that Huntington Beach address?
Pardon me?
It's not taking the British Columbia.
What's not?
It's not taking this for some reason.
What do you mean?
Use your Huntington Beach address or no?
I don't have a Huntington Beach address.
Okay.
I have my Canadian address.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Yeah, it's not taking it. This is all computers. I should do a paper one.
No, but what's the issue with the car? What's the issue with the car?
The loud exhaust.
Yeah, but it's not from here.
The officer appeared to have prior knowledge of Damon even before the stop, leading to a surprising discovery that would completely alter the perspective of the encounter.
He goes, can I use your Huntington Beach address? So he knows who we are.
Yeah, because right now he has your ID with your Canadian license. Like, there's nothing that says Huntington Beach on it.
No. Officer, I think this officer is, and it is. Remember the guy who yelled at me and told me not to think?
Well, then don't think. That's when people get into trouble, when they start thinking. You understand?
Really?
So, you know,
Don't
you
think.
never gave me.
That's your advice, don't think.
Okay, yeah, don't think.
Is that him?
That's him.
No.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, so we're on Costa Mesa right now then?
Yeah, still.
Damon quickly realized that he had a history with this officer, and it became increasingly clear that the stop was nothing more than personal.
And that was pretty funny. He's like, can I use your Huntington Beach address?
Interesting, because that's not on your license.
And I was like, well, I don't have a Huntington Beach address. And I don't when it comes to this car. This car is registered to our address in Alberta. Sorry, me?
What color is your hair?
It's brown.
What color are your eyes?
Green.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
And your weight?
My weight? Well, it's the new year, so it's a new me. I'm trying to get down. I think I'm 215.
And
The officer reverted to issuing a paper ticket since he couldn't retrieve Damon's Canadian address from the iPad. At this point, Damon posed a straightforward question, to which the officer had no answer.
So,
let me see the registration.
yeah, sure. So what's the issue with the car being a bit louder? It's from Canada, so it's a tourist car. It's not from here. So what would the ticket be for?
Which model is this?
It's a Murcielago.
The officer blatantly ignored Damon's questions, displaying a sense of entitlement that suggested he felt above being questioned. Undeterred, Damon posed another question, this time about their earlier confrontation.
So what was interesting was you said, can you use my Huntington Beach address? I don't understand that.
Is this vehicle registered to you?
It's registered to the corporation in Alberta. So it's an Alberta car. It's got Alberta plates. You saw that, right?
It's both covered. I don't know what state it's in.
Well, you know now it's got Alberta registration, yeah. Pardon me?
This is part of the company?
Yes.
The officer showed no inclination to answer Damon's questions, and even refused to provide a reason for issuing the ticket.
So what's the issue though? Like an out-of-state car driving here is just like a noise violation? What's the ticket for?
014 November.
What's the ticket for?
I'll show you when I get done with this.
Oh, okay.
Without admitting guilt, I need you to sign here.
Yeah, so what's the ticket for?
Once you sign, I'll explain everything to you.
You won't explain it to me before I sign it? That seems a little unfair, don't you think?
A loud muffler.
Pardon me?
Loud muffler.
What? So, I don't understand though, I want to know the law. So, how is it that the law is...
You sign here, because you're kind of...
Pardon?
Damon grew increasingly frustrated with the officer's lack of response, but the officer remained indifferent and unapologetic, persisting with the same dismissive attitude.
So, what's the ticket for? What's it?
Muffler.
No, I understand that. So, is it a fine or do I...
I'm warning you on the speed. So.
Sorry, you're warning me on the what? Yes, I'll sign it, but I need you to explain to me what the...
Recorded right now, okay, you're kind of delaying my duties. Can you just sign?
No, I understand, but you're asking me to sign something I don't understand.
Another officer had to come over to the scene, and both of them talked to him demanding an explanation for the stop.
Can you explain the ticket to me?
He's asking me to sign but not saying what the ticket's for. He's asking questions but he's not explaining it.
I just got here, so I have no idea why he pulled you over. I literally just driving down the street, saw he's out here, so I just...
Appreciate that. Maybe go talk to him because now he's walked away.
I just want to know what I'm signing. He won't explain it to me.
Meanwhile, the primary officer returned, but despite Damon's persistent inquiries about the reason for the arrest, it appeared that the officer had no interest in communicating.
I just want to know what the ticket's for. You're saying loud exhaust, but I want to know, like, okay, so is it a fine? I don't understand.
The court handles that.
No, I understand the court handles that, but I need to understand, if you're pulling me over, why have I done anything wrong if I'm from another country? Like, my car is legally allowed to be here. When I come here, I'm not told it can't be a certain loudness, it can't be a certain thing. So you're saying something's wrong with my car, I did something wrong, and I'm asking you, okay, can you turn the radio down a little?
So I can hear it. I can't hear it.
It's hard to have a conversation with you if you want to give me a ticket for something.
The situation grew increasingly tense as the officer stubbornly refused to provide any reasoning. Adding to the frustration, Damon remained unsure of what he had done wrong.
Are Canadian cars not allowed to come here? Really? Like, you're not going to answer any of my questions? So I'm reading right here, code, loud muffler, speed visual estimation. So what's the speed visual estimation? What, pardon me? Well, you just said that you're writing me a ticket for a loud exhaust, but now you're saying there's a speed thing on here. So you're trying to sneak something else on here and you're trying to get me to sign something.
Seeing the confrontation reach a dead end, Damon decided to take the most sensible course of action available at the time.
Where do we draw the line on this one?
What do you pull him over for?
Speeding and loud exhaust.
But you just said just loud exhaust.
I mean, he's delaying my duties right now. You have until the 25th of March to take care of this.
The officer was later identified as Officer Torres, and his demeanor throughout the altercation was entirely unprofessional. That's why Damon decided to head over to the Costa Mesa Police Department to file a complaint.
I just had a traffic situation with Officer Torres.
Okay.
Officer Torres and I have had history.
Okay.
He pulled me over today, explained that he pulled me over for loud muffler.
The officer showed much more empathy and patiently listened as Damon explained the bizarre treatment he received from Officer Torres.
He knew the car, knew who I was before he even pulled me over. Because there's no information on my driver's license or on my car that would suggest that I have a Huntington Beach address down here. Okay. So right away, he's basically telling me indirectly, I know who you are. I know your car's down here at this location.
You at some point.
Very, very good assumption, right? Okay. So he's essentially targeting me on some level. And then on top of all that, he wrote on the ticket when he was trying to get me to sign it that I was speeding, a visual estimate, which he wouldn't verbally tell me what the ticket was all for. I could see there was a whole bunch of stuff on it. He was holding it up higher, so I couldn't really see. Like, he wasn't holding it like this, he's holding it like this. Kept trying to get me to sign it.
Damon found himself backed into a corner as he explained how Officer Torres had an entirely different motive behind issuing the ticket.
He's targeting me, so I don't know if it falls into the harassment category because I haven't seen him in years, but he knows who I am. Like, he personally targeted my vehicle today.
Thank you.
What's your name? So prior to stopping you, I guess what I'm trying to understand is what you're alleging is that prior to stopping you, he knew that it was you behind the wheel of the car?
Yep.
Moving on, we have this ignorant police chief who was so drunk that he ended up ruining his 32-year legacy.
Arme. I am not the police, okay? I came here with the ambulance. I want to make sure you're okay.
I don't know what he's thinking.
I don't know. I'm asking you if he's Arme or not.
Oh, yeah, no.
What?
Yeah.
I get that. I'm not saying you aren't. I just want to make sure your head is okay. Has no other injuries that we need to be aware of.
Chief Leonard Guida, who had arrived uninvited, pulled over one of the sergeants working over the case and initiated a bizarre argument.
I can't get any.
Can you tell me your first name at least?
Why do you get a jacket on that's not fit to be worn? What's on the back of it?
What do you mean?
Look at it, tell me what's on the back of it.
Oh, it's washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant, for God's sake.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this TWI, okay?
The chief embarrassed the poor sergeant in front of all the cops just on a matter of his jacket. However, the chief had no idea who he was up against, as he was about to learn it the hard way.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over here.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Get over here.
I'm on a DWI. Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. You have a problem? You grab me. Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Seeing the heated situation, a couple of officers also joined in as they tried to hold down the ignorant chief. The sergeant, however, was still not done with it, as he made sure to let his feelings known.
No, you're gonna go in. Drunk again. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're gonna get locked up.
No.
Chief, you're gonna get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
Chief Leonard was still persistent in making matters worse for the sergeant as he pulled him over once again. This time, the conversation was even more hilarious.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're gonna have to go inside.
No, how about we do
No,
this?
no.
But we go
Billy,
inside.
Billy, you're gonna have to go inside right now with me. You're gonna have to go inside and
We're in a serious collision.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene, okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You're
come
out of
over
line.
here.
You're out of line. You grab me. It's on video.
Billy,
it's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash
Billy,
to work.
Billy,
I have a job
Billy,
to do.
You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
Okay.
You're relieved.
problem.
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved. Go home in the headquarters and wait for me.
The chief had no regard for the sergeant and the case he was dealing with as he kept on issuing confusing and unlawful commands. Sergeant William kept on explaining that he had a crash to work on and remained clear of his duties. However, the chief had too much to drink that night and shamelessly ridiculed the law as he passed on his judgment in the middle of the case.
Yeah, so my crash.
No, Billy. You're relieved.
I have officers here.
Billy.
Right here. They could get waffle because my car is blocking it.
Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy, don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes.
Okay. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home.
We
can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
I'm suspended.
You're
going
to headquarters,
home.
and you're going to wait for me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
You're going to headquarters and wait for me there.
Let me work my crash. This is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
If I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more to say.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain. Billy, you're suspended.
The sergeant was visibly infuriated by this treatment, but remained committed to fulfilling his duties as he prepared to depart the scene.
Wait for me in there. That's an order.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put your car where my car is so our officers and first aid don't get run over, please? Thank you.
The corrupt chief then got towards another police officer, attempting to justify his actions, trying to make amends for what he had done.
See what happened there?
Yes, Chief.
What happened?
There's some type of exchange between you and Sergeant Major.
We're going to talk about that later. Everybody's got that. Billy's suspended. You already got this. What do you got here? What do you have?
We're trying to figure that out, Chief.
However, the chief was still not done with Sergeant William as he approached him for one last time. This time, the conversation took a more personal turn.
Come on, Billy.
I'm in there.
Yes, you're going to meet me in there. Go and put the door to me right now.
There's nowhere to put her. She's going to ruin things.
Okay, we'll leave her in there. Go in.
I'm going. I got people on the road. I want to make sure they're safe. I want to run you over, so watch out.
No. Come on. Go ahead. You know I love you. Come on.
I know. What? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop. Billy.
Why would you do that to me?
Stop. Billy. Stop.
The chief said that he loved him, and the conversation between them indicated a personal connection between them. However, this raises an alarming question. Why would he treat someone he knows both personally and professionally in such a manner?
You got enough problems already, please.
All right.
Following the incident, the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office took notice and initiated an investigation. Chief Leonard Guida was immediately placed on administrative leave. However, he continued to draw his pay, which was reported to be $202,500 annually. A few days later, Chief Guida announced his retirement, which occurred 6 months earlier than previously announced. On the other hand, Sergeant William Major was allowed to resume his job without any suspension or problem. The chief certainly got what he deserved, but this next officer was immediately punished at his job. The person you just saw was an Albuquerque police officer, Jeffrey Wharton. Wharton did a horrific thing as he beat his girlfriend so badly that she got several gashes on her head and face. She was injured so badly that she had to be taken to a hospital where it was discovered that she also had a brain bleed. However, the next morning, Wharton shamelessly came back to work at the Rio Rancho Police Department. However, he had no idea that the officers were already waiting for him with a felony arrest warrant.
Stand by. Stand by. We got some of those up. You can be removing your gun belt. Okay.
Just the two?
Yes, no, maybe. We'll just take both. Okay. I'll say. Do you have any other weapons? No, that's it. No backpack.
Wharton came in fully prepared in full uniform. However, he had no idea that everything was about to be taken off. The most fitting response was that it was a female officer who proceeded with this.
We have a warrant for you. Get any other fires or anything? No. Before you guys take him out of here. Pen. I think there's only one thing. Okay. Mr. Ward? Yep. The shirt. Come off. Okay.
The officers made sure to take off his belt and his radios. However, he still had the police shirt on, and they used another humiliating tactic to take that off.
You know what? If you want to get off, then you can. You have any bread? Okay. Go ahead and have partners take care of that. Go ahead and do your head over.
Here, come right here.
Pinch him. There we go. Take that. And we'll just go ahead and cut this off.
The officers then proceeded to search Wharton as he stood there helplessly.
What's on the site?
The key.
Is this to your department unit?
Yep.
Is this to your backup to your unit?
Mm-hmm.
And this?
2 million, yeah. I have
Which?
my Mustang keys in my unit, actually, in my personal vehicle. Your personal vehicle. But both of those keys are to personal, my house.
Personal house stuff? And this is?
The domestic violence incident was even reported in the Ring doorbell system, and it was disturbing to watch. Moments later, another officer appeared in front of Wharton, who explained to him the charges he was going to prison for.
Hi Jeffrey, I'm Detective Hatch. I'm here on police comment. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an explanation as to why we're here, okay? So right now we do have a warrant for your arrest. It's for aggravated battery against a household member. 2 counts of that, kidnapping and interference with communication. Okay, so those are the charges that are pending right now. I do want to give you the opportunity to talk to us and tell us your side of the story. Do you want to take that opportunity?
Not after hearing that.
Okay. All right, then we'll get you down to SUED.
Shortly after, the disgraced officer was taken to the police cruiser. When he was taken to the Sandoval County Detention Center, Officer Wharton sat in the detention center with his head in his hands, looking absolutely dejected. However, safe to say that he deserved every punishment headed his way.
What keys have a
He was eventually booked into the prison on charges of kidnapping, aggravated battery of a household member, tampering with evidence, and a few other ones. Shortly after this arrest, Wharton resigned from the Albuquerque Police Department. During the trial, Wharton pleaded guilty to aggravated battery, and he was eventually sentenced to 3 years of probation. At this point, Wharton had served 6 months in jail, and he was then eventually released. It's reassuring to see officers getting held accountable for their actions. And that's what happened to this young police officer.
What you doing to drink?
I had a beer.
Just one? All night?
Yes, sir.
Around 1:30 on December 3rd, 2023, a New Mexico State police officer pulled over a driver who was going 90 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. The officer then moved over to start his investigation.
How's it going? Not too bad. Officer Wilhelm, New Mexico State Police. You understand the reason I'm stopping you? Way too fast. What's up with the speed? Got you. Driver's license? Just your driver's license. Cool. Step on another vehicle for me, please. Any weapons? Cool. Sit on out.
As the officer requested the driver's identification, he handed over his military ID to him. It was later discovered that the driver was another New Mexico State police officer, Edgar Madrid, who had recently joined the force.
About 85, sir.
90? 65? What's the rush?
Just trying to get us.
Okay. Why are you walking away from me?
Oh, no reason, sir.
Okay. How much have you had to drink?
I had a beer.
Just one? All night?
Yes, sir.
You lying to me?
No, sir.
Cool. Hands right to the side. Step forward. Any head injuries?
Yes, sir.
Any contacts?
No, sir.
Okay, put your feet
Well,
together.
I have my contacts, actually.
Soft or hard?
Soft.
Go take a step forward for me, please.
The officer straight away noticed Madrid's watery eyes, and he even smelled of alcohol. Therefore, he waited no more before conducting a series of field sobriety tests, starting off with this one. Madrid didn't seem to follow the officer's finger accurately, suggesting that he may be well over the limit. Therefore, the officer quickly asked him to do the second walk and turn test.
Edgar, hands out of your pocket for me, please. I'm gonna have you put your left foot on that imaginary line. Take your right foot, place it directly in front of your left foot, touching heel to toe. Stop right there. Hands directly at your side. I will need you to remain in that position there, so I'm going to give you all the instructions. You will not start the test till I tell you to do so. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Face me. Put your feet together just like mine. Mr. Madrid, I'm going to have you remain in that position there. You will not start the test till I tell you to do so. Do you understand? Yes.
And Madrid seemed to have done pretty well in the walk test. However, the investigating officer was still not pretty sure about this, and he proceeded with another one.
I tell you to stop. Do you have any questions? No questions at all? Go and begin, sir.
2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2025, 2026, 2027.
Go and stop.
The officer went over to Madrid for one last time, urging him to tell the truth about how much he had to drink. Surprisingly, this time, Madrid had a different answer.
Mr. Madrid, it's been more than one drink, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
How much have you really had to drink?
Had 2 Coors Light and Dirty Bourbon, sir.
2 dirty 2?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be driving. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And this is going to hurt. It really is. But you know all the fields, right?
Yes, sir.
It's sad. It really is. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Leave them there. Madrid. 10:40 a.m. You are being arrested for DWI.
Officer felt a sense of disappointment, but he knew that he had to make the arrest, especially since Madrid himself admitted to having drunk way over the limit. Therefore, the officer proceeded to search him.
Let's spread your feet. You are under arrest for driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. The New Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you to submit to a breath test to determine the alcohol content of your blood.
The officer then asked Madrid for a breath test to further confirm the DUI suspicion. However, the officer's response to this request was rather unusual.
Do you agree to take our test? Yes or no? No, sir. I will continue. I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court of driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand? Do you now agree to be tested? We'll consider your actions and refuse to be tested this time. Mr. Madrid, open your mouth, please. Stick your tongue out. Lift it up to the sky. Do you have anything in your mouth? Do you eat, drink, smoke?
The officer finally proceeded to arrest him and make him sit in the back of the police cruiser before taking him to the police station.
See? Watch out. Just make note at 0140 hours, so the driver 1015, 1047.
This officer was fired, but you'll be shocked to find out what happened with this next guy.
What's your name? What's going on?
I don't know. They called you. I ain't called you. I'm calling.
Who are we calling about?
Calling about me, buddy.
Calling about you?
Not calling about me. Open your ears to your mouth.
Hey, how about you watch your mouth for your ass gets thrown in the back of my car?
You can put me in the car, but I'm in front of my house. My private property not bothering you.
The caller had informed the police that the person issuing threats was named Polo and was wearing green and black pants. It could be clearly seen that this person was not dressed as that, but Officer Cody had some other plans.
You go here talking about who am I, Polo? And I told you no.
Hey, listen.
I gotta listen to you, man. Go on.
No, get your over here. You're now part of this. Come here. Come here, right now. Come here.
You can't go for what?
I'll shoot your fucking dog.
Shoot my dog, boy. You can't come in my yard.
Get over here now.
The situation escalated in mere seconds as the officer took no time in brandishing his taser. What happened next was extremely disturbing, to say the least.
Get over here right now. Taser deployed. Start me at 20. Hey, show me your hands! Clear the air. Start me some cars.
The individual in question was not Polo, but a person named Nate Carter. Officer Cody did no investigation before deploying the stun gun, and he was still not done.
Get your ass out here! Show me your fucking hands! Get your ass out here! Show me your fucking hands! Get your ass out here now! Get your ass over here now, or I'm gonna shoot your fucking dog! Get your ass out here now! Put your ass up! Put your ass up! Get your ass over here now! Get over here now! Work me with your hands up! Do it fucking now! Do it now! Get your fucking ass over here now!
It seemed as if the officer had lost it, as he even threatened to shoot his dog if he didn't come outside. Moments later, more officers arrived on the scene, urging Carter to disclose himself.
Hey, sweetie, come here. Come here. It's okay. Y'all come here. Hey, y'all come here. Everything's okay. You stay right there. Hey, you come over there. You go over there. Come here. Come here now. Come here now. Get away from the dog.
Carter Carter finally decided to come out of the house, however. He had no idea what was about to happen to him in the next few minutes.
I'm taking my mail off! Man, you just let me on the ground for it! This is necessary! Man, for real! For real! Did I take my mail? For real! Man, for real! Are you serious? Get cuffs, I got him. I got him. Get cuffs, I got him. For real, for real! For real! For real! I ain't even resisting y'all! For real! For real! I'm on, for real! So when you get your hand in my eye! For real! They cuff me, dude! I'm not even doing nothing! For real! No, for real! So you ready to hand it down? For real! For real! For real!
Several officers joined in, yet no one showed any compassion towards the poor Carter. Eventually, he was taken towards the police cruiser as he kept pleading his innocence.
For real! For real! Are you serious? I took my mail! For real! Don't get my kids on here! Why did you take my mail? Man! Ow! What are you doing there? Man! Why y'all doing that? Did I take my mail? And top of somebody else! Man, for real! For real! In the car. Man, for real? Yes. I'm tight. I'm got the handcuffs too tight. Who cares? Get in the car. Who cares? Get in the car! Man, for real!
As the situation eased a bit, the officers finally approached the person who had initially called the cops, and he was about to reveal the mistake they had made.
Alright, you called, correct? Yeah. Was this about him, correct?
No. It was another guy, but he ran through, he had the Glock. He was standing by that telephone pole, and he was talking about shooting up. Me and her was in there playing cards, and he was talking about, he was talking about shooting up in her
Because when I walked up, you said, yes, that's him.
No, I said
yes, you did, because I walked up and I said, who are you here about? And you said, yeah, that's why I'm here. And so when I started confronting him about going in the house, that's when all this erupted. I asked you, and I said,
I misunderstood what you said.
Officer Cody realized the grave mistake he had made, but even now he had no intentions of accepting his mistake. In some minutes, he went over to explain the entire situation to his sergeant.
he called you, not me. Now go deal with him. And I was like, I said something to him. I asked him, like, what is your name? He made some comment. I said, what? And he said, how about you open up your ears and shut your mouth? And I was like, how about, I said, excuse me. And then so I asked him for his ID, and he was like, man, what you talking about? Leave me alone. Well, in my mind, that's the guy who has the gun. And he had his body turned like this the whole time, but wouldn't move at all. He wouldn't move.
Officer Cody shamelessly changed the entire story as he held no regard for his badge. Luckily, the body cam footage was there to reveal what had actually happened.
I gave me your ID, and he's like, no, I'm going back in my mouth, or going back in my house. And I said, come here right now. And he said, for what? I said, give me your ID. I said, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. For the whole time, he's going like this, and then he got a step towards me and started walking back in the house. So I'm thinking he's going to go do something with the gun. So I tased him right in the back. And then that's when he rode it for a solid 3 seconds, and then tripped up the stairs. And that's when he slammed the door, and that's when the barbs, I guess the second barb came out.
Several officers joined in as the sergeant was planning to clear themselves from this case. The biggest surprise was that no one showed any empathy towards Carter.
It's fine, but make sure exactly how you described it to me, it needs to be written down.
Yeah, he bladed himself in the doorway to keep one hand hidden.
Yep.
Was the disorder with a weapon and a gun?
Yeah, the guy said he has a Glock. And I pull up, and he was an asshole to me. And the first thing I said is, that's why I'm here. No. I said, the first thing he said to me, I said, is this him? And he was like, yeah, that's why we're here, or that's why you're here. And that's when he was like, open your ears, shut your mouth, and go over there.
Instead of letting him go after discovering he wasn't the guy they were looking for, the corrupt officers were determined to fabricate any charge they could find in the book.
And if NS can help me with make up anything else. But that's what I have right now, is disorderly resisting. I need to figure out, do you have any of this information? Could you pull that up?
I have it.
Harbin will?
Because he did the report.
Officer Cody took Carter to the police station, where he was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest, and was later booked into the county jail.
I think I have a sticker one in the trunk if you want it. I can write my badge number on it. You said you wanted a badge. I told you I'd get you one.
breaking federal law.
Soon after this incident, Carter was released from jail and the charges against him were dropped. He filed a complaint, and following an internal affairs investigation, Officer Cody Thomas was suspended for 2 weeks, and after that, he was placed back on the job. However, Carter didn't stop there, as he filed a lawsuit against Officer Cody and the police department, as he is seeking $1 million in compensatory damages and $2 million in punitive damages. But this wasn't the last time an officer's corrupt actions were caught on camera, as this time it was a corrections officer under the fire.
You're under arrest. Why? Because you were in possession of methamphetamine.
In November 2019, in a Santa Fe detention center, an officer discovered a pouch of narcotics dropped in the parking lot. Upon viewing the CCTV footage, the officers discovered something outrageous.
In that car, the officer also carpooled with our lieutenant, Cohen Mangin.
The same one that was also part of
the same one,
the search? Okay.
So, as the officer's walking back after he splits, he's walking right here and he sees a package on the ground, picks it up, and where's it at? Ends up turning out to be methamphetamines. We go back, test it, test positive. They go back, start reviewing the tape, and the tape, you'll see here, but the lieutenant gets out of the car when he's walking right here. He pulls out his pocket and drops it on the ground.
According to the footage, Lieutenant Cohen Mangin, who was a corrections officer, was the one who dropped the bag of methamphetamine.
Now you'll watch right about right here, you're gonna see. You'll see that. More forward. Right here. Well, just it.
Okay. What's his name?
Cohen Mangin. C-O-H-E-N. And then Mangin is M-A-N-G-I-N.
The next morning, a few officers were called over to investigate Mr. Mangin at the same correction center.
Had found a package in the parking lot.
A package?
Yeah, just a small little baggie. So, as you know, protocol is whenever they find potential narcotics. Yeah, and they'll review surveillance video and all that to see where it came from, to see if it was from, and clearly in the video, you're seen. And in that same video, there's a package. When you reach into your pocket, you pull out and you drop something on the ground.
I did?
You did.
What?
Initially, Mangin denied any knowledge about the package, and that's when the officers tried to talk to him, so he confessed to the crime he had committed.
I mean, everybody has their outs. I mean, is it something you want to talk about? Like, I know you said you're working, this is what, your 12th day in a row?
Yeah, it's not, but I have no idea what that is, and I dropped it on the ground. I have money and stuff in here that is similar to that. I drop it on the ground. Can I see the footage? Am I allowed to? You know what, Cohen? Yeah. And we have good relationships with the DA's office. We have good relationships with, the judicial process. Your best bet right now is to be completely honest. Okay? Honesty, believe it or not, it's instilled to us when we're kids. It does go a long ways.
Mangin refused to talk and asked that he needs his lawyer. That was when the officers decided it was time to arrest him. However, that's when Mangin's emotions started to let loose.
Turn around for me.
Oh no, come on, man. Why?
We have to.
No, why? Why do you have to do this, Salgado? Come on, man. I'll tell you what everyone knows. No, we're past that point. No, I'm trying to talk. Let me talk about this, man. We're past that point. Oh, please, I will talk to you, man. Just don't do this, man. I'll talk to you. I was not. You're under arrest. Why? Because you were in possession of methamphetamine. Come on, man. No, come on, man. I didn't bring it out. I didn't bring it into this.
Mangin was not only a police officer, but also featured in the reality show Behind Bars Rookie Year. Whatever the reason, felt too entitled to be arrested for his wrongdoing, as he kept pleading to the officers.
You were in possession of it. LT, give me a chance, man. You know what? I'll talk to you. I promise, man. You've already told us you don't want to talk anymore. No, I meant because I need to calm down. Now we're telling you you're under arrest, and now you're wanting to change your story. No, I'll talk to you and tell you anything you want to know. Legally, you're telling us you don't want to talk, and now you're. I didn't say I didn't want to talk. I said I don't want anything else to say right now. Okay. If you have something else to say, that's fine, but understand you're being arrested, regardless. Are you serious? Yes. Word, man. So we can talk.
But I'm not gonna lie to you and say you're not being arrested. You're going to jail tonight.
The entitlement was skyrocketing at this point, as Manchin thought it was completely okay to be smoking meth inside a correction facility. Luckily, the officers did not fall for his erratic behavior.
Possession of a controlled substance.
Right now, man? How? I didn't.
Like I told you, it's clear.
Oh, man.
Clear as day on video.
Can I talk to you before I go in there, man? Please.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah, we'll talk to us.
Realizing that he had no other option, Mangan opted to sit and talk once again, and this time the officers got straight to the tough questions.
Were you bringing this into the facility?
I swear to God, sir, I was not on my children.
For the inmates?
No, sir. No, sir.
If you were to submit to a drug test right now, would you have methamphetamine in your system?
Yes, sir.
You would?
Yes, sir.
When did you last use?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
To disregard it in the parking lot like that?
I didn't even know I dropped it, man.
You didn't?
No, I did not, sir.
You didn't see like the STIU
No, sir. No.
Explorer out there freak out?
I don't know, because they've been staying out there. I don't know. I didn't freak out. I honestly...
Finally, he accepted his mistake, agreeing that he had been using the narcotic for quite some time. However, the officers still had a lot to ask.
I would never bring shit into a facility, man. Never. That's against everything that I put down on my children's life. I'll take a polygraph, anything you want, man. I would never do that. I've been in this game too long, man. My dad was FBI, he was a captain across the street. Went to Rio Rancho PD. My uncle, my brother, everybody's in law enforcement, man. I have a hard time. I'm a single father with 3 kids, 2 baby mamas. I don't have problems financially, nothing like that at all. I don't. I have a beautiful home, everything. I work a lot of overtime, man. We only have 3 lieutenants. Now they only have 2. You know what I mean? And
Mangan claimed that he used the narcotic to stay up during long shifts. After a few more questions, emotion started to roll out.
Laws we have to enforce and policies we have to follow.
It's not enough.
Trust me, we're not getting any pleasure out of this whatsoever.
Tell me, man.
This
Don't
is,
let my staff see
if anything, uncomfortable for us.
I wouldn't do that. Why would I drop something right there, man?
Unfortunately, it's still a felony crime just to be in possession of it.
Yeah, but I don't get it, man. I'm telling you, man.
Unfortunately, our hands.
Mangan kept trying for a few minutes before he stopped, and one of the officers started to explain the charges against him and the gravity of the situation he found himself in.
Felonies are handled through the district attorney's office. I know, man. I know. It's yeah, any measurable amount. Anything like that, it's all the same. You know, if it were marijuana or something, it's a misdemeanor. But the harder drugs are felonies.
Finally, the officers decided to put an end to the proceedings as they continued with the arrest. This time, even Mangan didn't resist.
Pretty big dude. I'm gonna put 2 cuffs on, okay, man? No? We're good? No.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Thanks for that one. Is this yours too? Just gonna carry all this over.
Mangan was then booked into the jail, but that wasn't the end of the day for the investigation officer, as he also went over to listen to the officer who had found the little bag in the parking lot.
Plastic baggie that had a white crystal-like substance in it.
Where was this at?
It was in the parking lot.
Where at in the parking lot?
It was,
If you, like, where was it near, I guess you could say? Because it's kind of a big parking lot.
It was near the facility, the entrance to the facility is near there, and it was near, it was...
Like booking or like the front, like the admin?
The admin area.
So were you guys going through, the employees go through?
Yeah, we were going through the employees.
Okay.
In the end, Lieutenant Cohen Manchin was arrested and jailed in the same correction center for bringing contraband into a jail and possession of a controlled substance. However, just 1 week after the arrest, Cohen was released from prison, and later in January 2020, both charges against him were dismissed without prejudice. Do you think his father being in the FBI had something to do with this?
I would rather not.
In August 2022, John Doe went into the Harris County Sheriff's Office to retrieve some public records that included some body cam footage of the traffic stop he was involved in. The deputy gave him a waiting time of 10 working days, but John received nothing. After 3 weeks, he returned to the sheriff's office hoping to find a solution.
Yes, sir. No. Either the records or a written response as to my request as to why I cannot get the records. Texas statute says that you have 10 working days to either give me the records or give me a written response why you cannot give me the records.
The deputy asked John to wait as he contacted someone from the department. After 10 minutes of waiting, the head of the legal department and another legal expert appeared on the scene.
We were waiting for public records.
Who?
Public records?
Yes, I'm the legal director. Can you stop recording?
Are you the custodian of the records?
I am the legal director of the legal department. Can you
Okay.
stop recording, please?
I can, yes, but I will not. How can I help you?
Well, we're asking how can we help you?
Oh, I'm trying to retrieve some public records that I requested 3 weeks ago, but I've received no response on it within the 10 days that the law gives you. Either the records or a written response as to why you cannot give me the records.
As John laid down his request, the head of legal seemed to have an answer for him. However, it appeared that she also seemed to be quite afraid of being filmed.
So it's not 10 days. Can you start?
It's 10 working days. That's why I waited 3 weeks to come here, 15 working days. Yes, ma'am. I would rather not. I'm documenting my interactions with the government. These two different requests. If you're a head of the legal department, you understand I have every right to record. Am I correct?
Well, he can record public officials. That's correct.
Luckily, one of them straight away corrected the other person, ensuring the right to film in public. However, the bigger problem remained as to how will they manage the request.
Okay, so that's not really the way it works. Did you check on the status of your request? Did you put in your request through the portal?
No, ma'am, I prefer to do it in person.
When did you came in person? And
I came in person. At the bottom, you can see. Please don't turn the page. The first page is all you need to see. No, not turn. Sorry, I have an accent. I said turn. Don't turn the page. Don't turn the page, please.
Both of the legal experts were trying their best to dodge the situation and avoid taking the blame. That's when John explained everything once again.
So here's how it works.
Ma'am, I'll tell you what I did there. So I came here. And I've submitted my public record request in person as the Public Information Act says that I can. This is the name of the deputy that received it. It says the date and time. That's AM. 909 and the other 908, or vice versa. So, I did my part. He didn't give me a request number or anything.
They insisted that John file his request online. However, he made it clear that he preferred handling matters like these in person.
So I need to do some research to figure out where your request is at in my department.
Sorry, I would like to go by the law. The law says that whatever you're telling me now, if you can put it in writing. The response should be in writing.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so here's how we do public information requests that are received.
Can you do this in writing instead of telling me, please? Please, thank you.
John was being ignored of his legal rights, and he made sure to let the lawyers know about it. He was also adamant about either getting the records or getting a written response. The legal team claimed that this complaint never reached them. If that's the case, then there must be some scrutiny for the person responsible for taking in complaint.
I'm telling you that I need to take this upstairs to figure out.
Can you make a copy, maybe? He has a copy machine.
And it's going to take a little while for me to figure it out and write a response of where it's at.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, am I?
Or you can email it to the email.
Okay, so you
down
do
there.
have access to it?
I use a friend's computer to access email, yes.
Some of this is releasable, some of it may not be under the law, okay?
I'm not gonna wait here for the records, I'm gonna wait here for your written response, which is probably, I need time to do it because I wasn't aware of the request. Whatever you wanna say, just in writing.
Both of them went upstairs to investigate the complaint while John waited patiently. Moments later, one of them appeared with a printed document he claimed was also emailed to John. However, upon closer inspection, it was found that a huge error had been made by the department.
And this is a response that was sent back to that email that you've got listed at the bottom of the page. It was sent back on 8/3/2022 at 10:54, and it was a clarification. They needed you to make some clarifications.
It was never sent to me.
Well, I'm just showing you that this is what they provided, and it was showing it was emailed.
Okay,
to us.
that's the wrong email. After John Doe here, there is a TX. John Doe TX at Gmail. John Doe without the TX at Gmail. So you sent it to the wrong address.
Next up, we have a crazy police officer who did something disturbing without even caring about his job.
Is there a reason why you guys are pulling me over?
Yeah, you were speeding.
I wasn't speeding.
Yes,
What's the emergency, sir?
I'm not rolling the window, sir. Like, we're not going to play these games with you.
I'm not gonna play now. I just want to know what the emergency is, sir.
For speeding.
I was not
Do you have
speeding.
a driver's license on you?
Here, I'll give you my information.
You want probation or parole?
I'm gonna give you my information, sir. Hold on.
Officer Shipley seemed to be in a confrontational mood from the get-go, as he threatened Quinn even before he had inspected any documents. Quinn proceeded to hand over his documents to the officer, but the cop wasn't satisfied.
I'm not committing any crime. I just want to know why do you guys have your emergency lights on? What's the emergency?
I just told you, you're being stopped because you were speeding.
Are you recording this, please?
Yes, we are recording.
You are recording?
Everything. License and registration, please.
Here's your information, sir. I got you right here.
Hey, sir, I don't like you reaching around.
I'm just showing.
Ask you to step out of the vehicle.
Here, I don't want to step out of the vehicle because I feel like I'm under duress.
I'm gonna have you step out of the vehicle.
Listen,
you either step out of the vehicle, I'm gonna break the glass.
Can you please have your watch commander show up?
Within seconds of making contact, Officer Shipley issued a threat of him breaking the car windows. Quinn was still trying to make some sense of the stop, and what should have ended with a simple speeding ticket was about to escalate into a huge problem.
Step out of the vehicle.
I would like to have your watch commander show up, please, sir. Don't break my window.
I'm asking
please,
right
sir,
now,
don't
step
break
out
my
of the
window. I'm recording this for my own safety. I'm under duress. Please do not break my window. I didn't commit a crime.
Step out of the vehicle.
Sir, I did not commit a crime. I will step out under duress, please. I'll step out under duress.
Please step out.
I will, please. Please do not hurt me. I'm fearful for my life, for my safety right now. It's scary.
I'm giving you 3 seconds, sir. If you don't step out of the vehicle now, I'm gonna break the glass and you're gonna get pulled out.
Girl, I'm doing it right now.
Sir, one.
I'm allowed to.
One.
Despite Quinn pleading to the officer that he come out, the corrupt officer took down his window in seconds. However, the worst was yet to come.
Oh! You're hurting me, sir. Please, I'm not resisting. Can you record? Please, somebody record! Somebody record this, please! Somebody record this! Somebody record this! Relax. Somebody record this! I got this! Relax. Somebody record this! Ow! Yeah. Relax. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Relax. You don't have to hurt me. I'm compliant. You're hurting me. I'm not compliant. Relax. Put your hands behind your back.
Quinn was taken down brutally by a couple of officers and was punched multiple times, reporting several injuries, including several cuts throughout the body, head injuries, and broken elbows. Quinn was then taken to the hospital to get some treatment for his injuries, and later he was transferred to the police station where he was charged with resisting arrest and assaulting a cop. Later, in December 2022, Quinn decided to file a lawsuit against the city of San Bernardino and Officer Shipley. As of today, the case is still ongoing, and we can only hope that Quinn gets the justice he deserves. Well, this officer certainly broke the law, but even this pales out in front of what this racist cop did next.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yes, sir, and you can get that on camera, too.
And what crime am I suspected of committing?
In October 2015, the father of 3 children, Corey Dickerson, was out jogging at night when he decided to take a break under a streetlight. However, during this time, Officer Kenneth Price arrived at the scene and started to illegally demand his ID.
I live in Talladega.
Just get off work, or what are you doing?
Have I done anything wrong, first of all?
Well, no, we have to ask that, because, see, at night we have to check, and see, we've had a lot of burglaries and thefts and stuff like that going on. We don't know who you are.
Oh, well, I'm nobody.
You see?
I'm nobody.
You see, look at our job, our point system. We don't know what you're doing out here. You see?
Right now, I'm just minding my own.
Well, where are you going?
Nowhere in particular.
Nowhere in particular. Looks like you've been running. You've been running?
Yeah.
Where you been running from?
Just around.
Just around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you going to?
Nowhere in particular.
You got some ID on you?
I do, but...
What's your name?
Corey.
The officer had no reasonable, articulable suspicion to stop the black man. In fact, this was a classic case of racial profiling, as he claimed there had been recent burglary threats around the area. Some moments later, the officer moved much closer and exited his car to detain Corey.
Come over here, Corey. You don't look all right.
Huh?
Come over here.
I'd actually rather stand in front of your police car. So, I'd rather stand in front of your camera.
Stand right here.
Yeah, I just would like to let you know that I am recording.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
As soon as this video starts recording, it automatically uploads, so.
Hey, look, hey, my camera does the same thing.
Yeah.
And you can tell them why I stopped you. It is 12:30 in the morning.
All right.
I've had a lot of burglaries and thefts.
Uh-huh.
You can get this on camera.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm just asking you for your ID.
Yeah, well.
What is your name?
Am I suspected of being?
What is your name?
Corey. Am I being detained, sir?
That's 10-4, coming up on Jackson now.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yes, sir, and you can get that on camera, too.
And what crime am I suspected of committing?
I didn't need to find out who you are and what you're doing. Do you understand that?
I do, but what crime am I
Get that on recording.
what crime am I suspected of committing, sir?
You're not committing a crime. I just want to know what.
So, am I free to go?
Not yet.
So you guys can detain me for anything whatsoever.
Luckily, Mr. Corey did have some profound sense of the law, and he made sure to ask the right questions to the corrupt cop. The officer also seemingly had a problem with being recorded.
Can I get your name, sir?
My name is Officer Price. You can get that on video.
Price?
Price.
Price, can you have a badge number? Yeah, everything's going on video.
See,
Everything.
This is what we do all night. Okay? It's not just you that we stop.
Well, it was a cop. That was a police. Matter of fact, that looks like him right there. Really? I've seen him pass me twice, and he didn't have any reason to stop me. Right.
Okay. Now I've explained to you the reason why I stopped you. If everything comes back, I'll let you go.
And I'm pretty sure he seen me earlier, so I'm pretty sure he could tell you exactly what I was doing when he seen me.
Moments later, another police officer arrived on the scene, and Corey explained that he had previously seen him running around the blocks. The officer also testified to this, but it seemed like the illegal detainment was not ending anytime soon.
Apparently he was running, standing over here. I was concerned about it. He wants to get us all on video. I explained to him why I stopped. He just goes back for it. No, he won't give me his full name, information. Maybe you can get something from him.
Sir.
I seen you running. You were on over by Talladega Downs, wasn't you?
Right.
Yeah, you were on the sidewalk then, though.
Yeah.
I did see him over on Talladega Downs over there. It was jogging. You were walking at first, and then you started running.
Right.
But That was before he seen me in my patrol car. All he seen was the front of my car. Then
I seen you turn and I kept on jogging.
He was running. He was walking, then he ran. Then I made my turn. Then then he saw the side of my car, but he didn't know I was police, and then started running. But you gotta understand, whenever we're out here this late at night and something like that goes on, he's going to want to do his investigation. I mean, it's not like it's going to hurt nothing. I mean, all we're going to do is just check your ID real quick.
Okay, but see.
Once again, the cops had no valid reason to demand his ID, as he had not broken any laws and was just simply going about his own business. This exemplifies classic police tyranny.
I know that in order to detain me, you got to have some type of reasonable suspicion that I've committed some type of crime. And you're just invading my, I'm minding my own business out here. I'm literally jogging, I'm exercising.
I'll tell you,
I'm trying to
give you some reasonable suspicion on this. Okay, the problem call. It's going to be for the fact that you're running in a neighborhood.
He didn't even see me running. He literally see me just standing right here. I was literally just bent over, this right here, catching my breath. He didn't see me running. He just stopped me, you know? He just pulled over and just, you know?
Yeah.
So, again, what suspicion have I, what suspicion do you have of me committing a crime? Like, what have I done?
Sir, let me tell you something.
I just don't like my rights being violated, man. That's it, man. That's it, man. I just
like a violation of rights. I'll let you know real quick, because I'm not going to be somebody who's going to be doing some stupid stuff and trying to go to jail or get sued or anything like that. You understand?
Officer Kenneth started to make his way back to the police cruiser after seeing Mr. Corey's profound sense of the law. The other officer, on the other hand, was still talking to him in hopes of getting his ID.
I don't know you. You know, you ain't never met me, have you?
Nah, you don't look familiar at all, Tim.
Not many people do know me around here. That's why I get out on people. I try to, normally, if you see me out with somebody, it's just me getting out and see a crowd on the walk. Just talk to them, get to know who they are, find out what they're doing. Just so whenever I know I'm getting my butt whooped one day, maybe somebody be inclined to help me out a little bit.
All right. I hear that.
If I tell you something, are you going to automatically believe me every time I talk to you?
I don't believe anybody.
Exactly. There you go.
I mean,
we don't believe nobody. 90% of people we talk to lie to us about everything we say, we talk about.
And that's why I didn't believe him when he said that he had reports of burglars. I've lived over this side of town for 15 years. I haven't heard any burglars.
We just got off of right here. Girl just got her house kicked in twice in 1 month.
What's her name?
Yeah, I can't remember her name. She's from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
She moved down here about 2 months ago. Got her door kicked in twice in 1 month.
I don't know her.
More, trust me.
No, I don't know her then. I probably would have heard that if I'd known her.
But that actually did happen. I had to go in there and clear it out for her because she was scared to death to go back inside of her house when she got home and her door was wide open. I ain't gonna lie about that. We have had some burglars, not many, between the burglars and the shootings and everything going on here.
I mean, I understand the shooting. But those what I understand was those was a whole bunch of little teenagers. I'm a grown man. I got 3 kids.
Sometime later, Corey himself told the cops that he had painful interactions with the officers in the past, therefore justifying his actions now. However, we have to give him the credit for being resolute and firm despite being pressured by 2 corrupt cops.
You telling me you're a good enough citizen that you obey all the laws and everything?
I ain't say I ain't say all that.
You got 3 kids, I hope you do.
I mean, I take care of eyes. I mean, I ain't just 100%.
Ain't nobody 100%.
Yeah.
Good Christian person.
But
everybody got their flaws.
Right.
And that's all it's boiling down to. He just want to make sure you ain't got no active warrants, make sure there ain't been no burglars. In case there is one that pops up down the street, somebody's door got kicked in, we'll kind of know in the general area where to start looking at.
I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to try to search me or whatever anyway, whether I give you permission or not.
A search.
And I also want, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't trust police just because I got my hair pulled out. I was choked, tased, maced, beaten bloody. You hear me? Beaten bloody by 4 cops while I was in handcuffs.
But was it any of us though?
No, but that don't matter. He kind of looks familiar. He does look familiar, but like I don't trust that. One bad applicant will spoil a whole bunch for me, you know.
I'm gonna tell you this: if we want to search you, we're gonna do a weapon search. We're not gonna dig on you and everything else unless you tell us you want us to do. You go through my pockets, pull them out, do whatever you want to. We can search you for weapons if we choose to.
Despite Mr. Corey making it abundantly clear that he was not going to give his ID, the officers persisted in questioning him, prolonging their illegal detainment.
If he wants to push it far enough, he could even arrest you for failure to identify to a law enforcement officer.
Is that a real law?
It's a real law.
I am going to look that up tonight if I don't go to jail.
Look on your phone, tell me what time it is.
Huh?
What time is it?
It's recording right. It's still recording.
Last I checked, it was what, 12:20?
12:44 now.
12:44. 12:44. You out here in the middle of the intersection, business right there, a bunch of houses around here. You sweating. I saw you running.
I'm saying, you know why I'm sweating though.
He doesn't. He's out here. He's the one who made the initial stop. All right. All he's asking is for a name, date of birth, so we can check you out, make sure he ain't got no warrant about that. That's all this boils down to.
And then that's another thing. I might do have warrants on me. I'll be a fool to give you guys my name, then I go to jail and lose my job. I don't have any bail money, no bond money.
Well, do you have warrants for him?
Eventually, Mr. Corey stopped recording, and a few minutes later, he was set free by the cops without being charged with anything. He also didn't provide his ID to any of the cops and was eventually let go. Once this incident went viral, the Talladega Police Department received several complaints from various individuals against these two officers. However, the department claimed that the officers' actions were within the frame of law and refused to carry out any actions against them. Well, the officers did eventually leave Mr. Corey without doing any harm, but they did violate his rights by illegally detaining him. Well, what happens when an auditor notices a police officer breaking a law?
Sir, can you put your seatbelt on for me?
You understand what I'm saying now?
You're in violation of traffic law, sir.
In March 2024, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes decided to do a First Amendment audit of the Delaware River and Bay Authority in Newcastle, Delaware. As soon as Sean entered the maintenance unit, he got his first resistance from the employees.
What's up, man? Hey, what's up?
Good.
Who are you, man?
Maintenance, what's up?
Maintenance? Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need help with maintenance.
All right.
Yeah, I don't need any help with maintenance, thanks.
You help with something?
No, nothing with maintenance, that's for sure.
What are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anybody.
What are you video?
I'm, right now, you.
Yeah, this is private property.
Oh, this is private property?
Oh, it's a DRBA. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking some pictures and video, that's all.
Okay.
Sean had no issues dealing with him, as he was in a public place and had every right to film there. Moments later, a police officer arrived in his car and also confronted Sean.
So it looks like the DRBA police force. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well, sir. If you want to talk to me, you can get out of your vehicle and talk to me. So it looks like the DRBA police force. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well, sir. If you want to talk to me, you can get out of your vehicle and talk to me.
Sean was already in a public area, but the officer felt compelled to offer his advice. Moments later, the officer arrived back towards Sean, and this time, the auditor reminded him of the laws he was breaking.
Everything's great. How are you?
Good. Make sure you stay on the public sidewalks and stuff and everything, okay?
Sir, can you put your seatbelt on for me?
You understand what I'm saying now?
You're in violation of traffic law, sir.
Okay.
Would you mind putting your seatbelt on for me?
You understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, I do.
So can you
sure
put
stay on the sidewalk.
So can you put your seatbelt on, sir? You're in violation of Delaware state law, sir.
Very good.
Can you put your seatbelt on?
Am I driving right now?
Well, you were driving when you came up here, and you didn't have your seatbelt on. No.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
You didn't, sir.
Good.
So you should comply with all laws of the state of Delaware, sir.
Good.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Name's right there. You see it?
Oh, it's right there. Is it THEIR or?
Yep.
THEIR. Okay,
All right.
right there. And your badge number, officer, right there. Your badge number, officer, right there.
Have a good day.
Do you have a badge number? Yeah, just put your seatbelt on for me, sir, just so you can stay safe out there. All right? Make sure you put your seatbelt on. Again, make sure you stay on the public sidewalk.
Tyrant Cop had no response to Sean's remarks and kept dodging the question about wearing a seatbelt. However, Sean wasn't done with the audit as he moved inside the building, and that's when an official in the reception stopped him from taking pictures inside.
Look how proud he is to be a part of the Thin Blue Line gang. Look at it, back to blue until it happens to you. That's for sure. Thin Blue Line gang flags all over this vehicle here. All over. And then he has the nerve to have the We the People decal on here too. He's not part of the people. He has one We the People decal and 5 back to blue and thin blue line gang flag decals, excuse me. I just know the owner of that vehicle is an utter tyrant. So this is the Easy Pass customer service center here. Just finished dealing with those law enforcement officers outside. Wanted to give directives. Am I with the company? Yeah. What company? Yeah, I'm not with the... What company was it? DRBA. The DRBA? No, I'm not with the DRBA. Oh, I'm just taking pictures and video.
Well, I don't think that's permitted.
You don't think it's permitted?
No, it's not.
Really?
You're not affiliated with anything here.
Oh, well. I have to be a DRBA associate or employee?
Yeah.
Where? How do you know that?
We'll soon find out, but I don't think you're supposed to be taking pictures here. Why are you taking pictures here anyway?
Well, I just told you I'm just taking pictures of myself.
The uninformed receptionist had also contacted the manager, who promptly arrived on the scene. Sean once again tried to tell her about the public photography laws, but it seemed like she wouldn't listen.
Hi, how are you, ma'am? I don't. Who are you, ma'am? Sorry.
My name is Deborah.
Deborah, my name is Sean. Deborah, hi. I don't need any help specifically.
Okay.
Are you supervisor here?
I'm the manager.
You're the manager? Okay. I just was having a conversation with one of the clerks here, and she said that you had to be part of the DRBA agency in order to record in here.
Yes.
Why would that be?
Well, let's ask the police. They're right over here.
Sure, we can ask the police. That's fine. What would the police have to do with the rules and regulations here?
Maybe they could help you answer your question.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I can't see you. I have a gentleman here who's recording, and so I told him I'd bring him over to talk to you. So just let him go ahead and do whatever he needs to do out here in the atrium area. You've got to confirm.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, officer.
Well, technically, you got to confirm. Fortunately, the officer was well versed in the law and knew the rights of public photography. The expression on the manager's face at that moment was amusing to witness, as she was completely owned by the cop.
Well, there you go. Ma'am, I would just ask that you, just for future reference, if you let the clerks know so that way they can, not escalate the situation next time.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. These stories show that corrupt cops are not untouchable. Whether it's through internal investigations, public lawsuits, or civilian action, justice finds its way to those who think they're above the law. When evil cops get sued and fired, it is a clear reminder that accountability matters and that people will always fight back to ensure justice is served. Now, if you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.